guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I recently read the book called The Vortex, where the law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. I have had this book for actually quite a long time, but I only just read it a few weeks ago and it has changed my life. I absolutely love it. And today I wanted to share with you 5 things that I have learnt from this book. Whenever I read self-help books, I make sure to take lots and lots of notes, and for this book I wrote down hundreds of quotes, but I have just chosen 5 today to share with you, and then after I read the quote I will then say what I got out of that. So the first quote in the book that I really loved says, "There is no relationship of greater importance to achieve than the relationship between you. If you tend to that relationship first and foremost, you will then, and only then, have the stable footing to proceed into other relationships. All relationships will fall swiftly and easily into alignment once you tend to this fundamental primary relationship first." So what I learned from that is that it's really important to focus on you, love you, be happy on your own within yourself. And when you are happy within yourself and when you do love yourself, that's when good things start coming. That's when you can be in a relationship with another person. You can't be in a relationship that will last and be fulfilling and passionate if you don't love yourself first. So that quote really woke me up a bit and just made me realize how truly important it is to love yourself fully before you can commit to anyone else. So after reading that quote, I just felt so motivated and inspired and excited to work and focus on myself. Now, for quote number 2. "Your true happiness happens when you discover that no one other than yourself is responsible for the way you feel. If you believe that others are responsible for the way you feel, you are in true bondage because you cannot control how they behave or how they feel." And what I learned from that was that you can't blame other people. Yes, people may have triggered something within you that made you feel like that. If someone really hurt you or cheated on you or lied to you or something like that, of course you feel this need to blame them and be angry at them and say that they are the reason why you feel that way. But at the end of the day, you decide how you react to things, you decide how you feel about things. It is up to you entirely to change the way you feel. This quote was really important to me, and that is why I'm sharing it today, because in the past I blamed certain people for the way my life turned out. And yes, other people may have done things that resulted in the way my life turned out, but at the end of the day, it's me that decides how I want to react to that. I can choose to see it as a positive or a negative in my life. So really this quote just taught me that I have no real control over how other people behave and act and what they feel. I only have control over me. It is my job to make myself happy, not someone else. No one else can make me happy but me. And now for the third quote. "It is not possible to create an improved future by dwelling on the problems of the past. That simply defies law. Focusing on the problem of the past or the present will prevent you from moving to the solutions in your future. Focusing on the problems of the past or the present will guarantee a problematic future." This one was really important to me because I have caught myself in the past thinking back on things and it really took over my current emotions, and even thinking about the present moment when I was unhappy with it, I would sit there and just dwell on the fact that I'm so unhappy right now. But now I look mainly just towards the future. Yes, it's okay to briefly reflect back on the past and in the present. That of course is important, but I think it's more important to focus on where you want to go and where you want to be, because if you sit with where you currently are or you think back to the past, you're not moving forward. You're staying in that bad feeling. So if you want to feel better, obviously it's important to focus on that feeling that you want to get to. So really what I learned from this quote is focus on what you do want and not what you don't want, because you will get what you focus on. Now for quote number 4. "The basis of a really good relationship is 2 people who are already feeling very good about who they individually are. Then, when they come together, they are a couple who feels good." That quote meant a lot to me. it really showed me how important it is that both people in the relationship are completely happy with themselves on their own. Because if one of them or both people are unhappy, the relationship will not last in the long run. So it is very important that when you come together with a partner, you're both in a really good place and you stay in that good place and you're just happy no matter what happens. Because like I said previously, other people cannot make you happy. That is totally up to you. So if you are already feeling great and you find another person who's already feeling like that, that makes up for a really good and healthy relationship, because you're not dependent on each other, you're simply just happy and sort of sharing life together. And quote number 5 that I'll be sharing with you today says, "Everything that everyone desires is for one reason only. They believe they will feel better in the having of it. We want you to understand that you must feel better before it can come to you." I found this quote so important because I could really relate to it. And when I think about other people and myself in those situations, that's very true. The amount of times I have heard myself and others say, "I will be happy when," is ridiculous. I remember saying things to myself like, "I'll be happy when I have $100,000 in my bank account," or "I will be happy when I move to Australia." And that is a really, really bad mindset, because when I said that to myself, I currently had a year left in Denmark before I was moving to Australia, and that was setting myself up to be unhappy for an entire year, because I told myself I wasn't going to be happy until I moved. And it wasn't until I realized that, and this quote showed it to me even more, that you need to enjoy the process. You need to choose to be happy now, because if you set yourself a time when you will be happy, you don't actually even know you will be happy when you get there. Because I can tell you right now, although moving to Australia is one of the best things I've ever done, and I am so happy here and I love this country, it is my home, I was not instantly happy when I moved here. In fact, it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through, because moving country on your own and having such a drastic change all at once is not only scary, but it is very difficult. So this quote was so important to me because it made me realize that you have to be happy before you can get what you want. Because in terms of the law of attraction anyways, with what I personally believe in, when you are happy and you are envisioning good things and you're doing good things do come to you. If you enjoy the process of getting to where you want to be, it will come so much quicker to you. If you want something in your life, you have to attract it. You have to bring those positive thoughts to you, and then the good things will come to you as well. Also, from my experience and from hearing other people's stories, it's never enough, as people say. So you might want $100,000 in your bank account, but as soon as you reach that, then suddenly that's nothing and you want $200,000. That's why it's really important to just enjoy the journey, because life is all about the journey and the process of getting to where you want to be. So those are the 5 quotes that I really loved from the book The Vortex. It was such a great book. I would really recommend purchasing it or reading the audiobook or something, because I learnt so much out of it. I could have easily sat here all day and said all the quotes that I really loved about it. But those were my top 5 that have truly changed my life. Thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to leave below any comments or questions. I love replying to every single one of them. And other than that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.